No, I mean, it felt, it's weird to say it felt the same, but, I've been trying to take it all in for a while now. So, but, you can feel kind of the energy in the crowd, you know what I mean? It's one game left here. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty crazy.
You thought ahead, like, what finals might be like for you?
A little bit. Not much though. I try not to do it too much. And just make yourself emotional. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You've talked about approaching, the final game and all these games the same way you've always approached games. Talking to Bryant earlier in the year, he said in that final game he would love if you had one of those, giant seats where they sit you down and.
Nah.
Why are you so opposed to doing that?
I just don't like it. It's just not me. This is the stretch enough for me. The cheer and all that. I just can't do it.
Did you feel like a different energy in the crowd tonight, though, that we haven't had throughout the season? It seemed different.
Yeah, I have. I mean, they know. I know, and it's just, it's just crazy. I mean, it's the next to last game ever. In this building, it's pretty crazy. So I certainly can feel it. I mean, as soon as you ran out to start the game, I could feel it. So, pretty cool.
Next Wednesday, what do you think you'll be thinking about? What might you be feeling emotionally?
Is next Wednesday the day of the game? Just showing up and playing. And hoping my body feels pretty damn good. I can get up and down the floor and run, freely, and play this game, at the highest level of competition one more time.
During the stretch, what's it been like to have guys line up to take like that one last defensive challenge? Have you noticed that? Is that something the Clippers said that they all they were switching every screen because they wanted to make sure?
It's great. Yeah. I've definitely been noticing that, it's been fun to see that. I mean, it's such a sign of respect, and I enjoyed watching Paul play. It's crazy to think that he and I could sit there and converse and joke around with each other. We had such a professional hatred for each other for so many years. And to watch him play and continue to play the way he's playing, and it's fun to watch, man. It's really enjoyable.
They had a rookie who got a stop. Dawson got that one. He poked the ball out of.
It's not considered a stop because we maintained possession.
So not a stop, but they reacted like it was a stop, and he said that that's something you remember forever.
Yeah. No, I think it was great, man. I can tell, his excitement about playing against me and defending me in that moment, and their reaction to it. And, it's great. I mean, hopefully, he'll continue to grow as a player and have a great career himself.
Cole, so many official, but did you ever think you'd play 66 games this year? If you played the Final Four, that's where it would be at.
I think I played 66 games. I've always been optimistic about it. I always tried to play 82. That wasn't in the card, so 66 I'll take.
You may compare to the last couple of years when your seasons ended early and that type of
thing. Yeah, man, it's just been unfortunate. I've had serious injuries. Those are the things that have kept me away from the game. They've had to be, fractures and torn tendons and things like that. Those are the things that you have no choice but to sit on the sideline. And unfortunately, I've had those, the Achilles, the knee, and the shoulder. So, I'm very thankful that this year, so far, been able to get through it without anything serious.
You probably know all this, but it's a new team record for losses tonight for the straight year. To what degree does it frustrate you that you're leaving with the franchise at that all-time low and you won't be here for whatever comes next in the tournament?
It doesn't matter. It's hard for people to understand this, but losing is losing, and I don't separate. There aren't different degrees of losing, not in my mind. Right? You either win a championship or you're shit. And there's no. It's very black and white to me. So whether you set a franchise record of losses, or you get to the playoffs and lose in the Western Conference Finals, those are the same damn thing to me. And a lot of people probably don't understand that, don't get that, and that's fine. But for me, they're all the same. So you either win a championship or you're in the same boat we're in.
you had a conversation with Chris Paul afterwards, actually picked up little Chris. What did you talk to Chris about it? Any message or any of the other Clippers on the way out? They seem.
Chris and I have been close for a long time, so for us it's just catching up. I get a chance to see little Chris, and we spent some time together over the All-Star break, and had a chance to talk to him in the locker room. Came in the back, hung with my kids and my wife, and so here now just it's more of a friendship than anything else. And Blake just saying thank you for the years of inspiration and stuff that he's drawn from and continues to draw from, and so. That's the gist of the conversations.
Cope, so many paths to the top of Mount Fuji, but there's only one summit. Love. And the building was rocking tonight. This was the summit. This was so much love. I mean, it was just resonating like never before.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it. It's I can feel it, and it feels pretty damn awesome. It makes going through the years, of losing and not leaving. It makes it all worthwhile. Staying here and taking the good with the bad, and the fans embracing and understanding that we ride together. That's something that's a love that you can't break.
Kobe, not that Laker fans have necessarily objected to you shooting in the past, but can you feel,
not that I ever cared either.
But can you feel right now, these last few games, that when you touch the ball pretty much every single time they want you to shoot? Yeah, of course. I feel bad for the other guys. It's every time they shoot the ball, they get booed. But no, I can feel that, and I understand. I mean, it's and I just try to get my body ready as much as possible to try to give the fans what they want, for these last few games. And God willing, I'm healthy and I can move and I can play well enough and give them what they came to see one more time. How do you think it's like for the other guys in these moments when, like you said, they know if they put up a shot, unless it's you feeding them, they're probably going to get through?
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't imagine if I was in that situation and I was playing with MJ, he'd almost have to beat me up to not pass him the ball. It's like, but I will defer. I'll just come out and play the game. Tell the guys play the game. This is what I'm here for. One more time to just play the game.
What will your preparation throughout that day, from wake up to the tip off, be? And will it be different because it's the last time, or will the joy be in doing it the exact same way?
Exact same way. I won't allow it to be any different. It's me one more time, go through the same routine. You know what I mean? Same group of people, one more time.
Kobe, ¿cuáles son tus sentimientos ya que te queda solo un juego aquí en casa?
Me siento muy bien. Una partida más, un juego más. Y soy muy feliz. Y no puedo despertar ese momento.
Kobe, ¿cómo te imaginas ese último partido? ¿Qué esperas?
Mucha energía. Muchísima energía. Y para mí, no sé cómo voy a sentir el momento cuando empieza el juego, cuando termina el juego. Ahora estoy sentando aquí, creo que me sentiré muy bien, muy feliz, a paz, pero un poquito emocionante, ¿no?
Kobe, en tu carrera de la playera 8 y la playera 24, has ganado campeonatos con las dos playeras, ¿con cuál te identificas más?
24 es más difícil, el número 24. Ganando 2 veces, última contra los Celtics. Fue los años más difícil, pero más divertente también.
You've always been so focused just on playing. Do you find yourself more aware of surroundings, or crowd, or other things than you always have been?
No, I have been. All year long I have been, because I'm not playing for a championship. And I'm pretty black and white on where I stand, that sort of stuff. So I've allowed myself to take the blinders off and enjoy the fans, enjoy the crowd, laugh a little bit more, engage a little bit more.
But when you were in the field for Seattle in 2004, what was it about the Clippers that appealed to you?
Well, they said they really wanted to turn things around. I believe them. I believe them. And them thinking about moving to Anaheim didn't hurt either. So. But at the end of the day, Jerry Buss trumped it off.
Yeah, was there any particular message that really hit with you when you talked to them?
Well, I mean, they had the desire and the ambitions to turn things around. And, they had a high pick in the draft. And, I liked the prospects that were coming out. I felt it was a pretty good opportunity for a future there. But and you sit down with Jerry and he looks you in the eye and he tells you what he's going to do. And you tend to believe.
Well, you know as much as anything about what basketball means to fans of China. We're going to into the Hall of Fame. Just your thoughts on what that means?
Man, I'm very excited for Yao and what he's done for the game. Can't really be described. I mean, he completely opened up a different market. And I think provided a lot of inspiration to the kids over there to be able to play the game and to dream about playing the game at the highest level. And he did that. And I'm very, very happy for him. And Shaq and AI as well. I mean, that's awesome to see.
Kobe, for so many years, when you guys were in the playoffs, the Clippers weren't good enough to sniff it. Now that they're good enough to be there every year, kind of, do you kind of allow yourself to imagine what it would have been like if there would have ever been a series between these two teams?
When we had Tumum, Elo, Powell, and that team, they would have swept them.
Just even in general, though, I mean, just to even have like the Lakers and the Clippers in a playoff series.
Yeah, the city
would have been like for the
city would have been on fire. I mean, I think it would have been beautiful for basketball, great for the city. And as players, I mean, we would have just fed off of that, and we would have loved it. It would have been a nasty, physical series. Short one, though. Short one.
And Kobe, if you could describe what basketball means to you in 3 words, what would it be?
No, it's one, love. Simple for me. Simple for me.
Your routine. What is your game, your routine?
Ice, stretch, modalities. And that takes up about 2.5 hours at a time. No joke.
Incredible tour. Which games are your favorite ones? The road ones with the standing ovation from the rival fans, the videos on the big screens, or the home ones with your own fans?
Well, I mean, the ones at home, obviously, because I've grown up in front of this crowd from the age of 17. You see a lot of faces in the crowd that I saw my very first game. They're still here. That's very special. Like kids that are sitting there now that were kids when I first came in that now come to the game with their kids. That's pretty cool to see.
You mentioned what Yao did in terms of opening up the game in China. How direct a line do you think there is between what Yao did and your popularity in China?
Well, I think they both came up roughly around the same time. I mean, I first went out to China in '98, and I just started doing camps because I enjoyed the game. And it was still, country was still relatively closed, but I just enjoyed being around the kids. And so I went back every summer and did camps and clinics. And then, years later, when things opened up, businesses started coming over, and saw a great opportunity. And I just so happened to be there since '98, and the relationship's been it's been a family one ever since.
Do you anticipate your last game to be a happy occasion, a sad occasion? How do you think you're going to react?
How I'm going to react, just like I am now. That's what I would think. I mean, when the time comes, you never know. You may be sitting here, with, tears flowing out of my gallery, but it could happen. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, 2 more guys.
You've taken so many photos, pictures, signed so many autographs. Is there anybody, whether it was an opponent or somebody else, that has kind of surprised you when they asked you for something over this past year?
Honestly, it's been such a blur that it's tough to really think about. It's been a blur. Like after the game, talking to people, meeting people. It's been such a blur that I haven't even had a time to really even just kind of collect my thoughts and who came and who didn't come. It's all been one big blur, honestly.
Anybody that you met along the way that you wanted to, that you hadn't before?
I can't even remember. I'm dead serious. Like I can't even get my thoughts straight to even remember who I've met and not met.
feel like it seems like you can set yourself up for disappointment if you try to plan it too much. But Byron said that his dream scenario for the last game is tie game, you get the ball, fade away, winner, fade to black. Have you thought about like what your dream would be for the last game to go as well as it could?
Yeah, win the championship. That shit ain't happening. So here you go. That's done.
Given the current circumstances.
Dream's done. Dream's done. Like for me, it's coming out and playing in front of the fans and competing hard and playing against Utah and them not taking it easy at all. I mean, they beat us by 40 like the last 2 times we played them, so I expect them to come and try to do the same thing. To me, that is the greatest form of competition. That's the best last game to have. A very competitive one, a physical one. That's the way basketball should be. In terms of the end, man, I don't know, man. I really don't think about that much. I just like the game itself.
Kobe, I think
Last question, guys.
Sorry?
Words to the fans.
Just thank you. And what they meant to me, it's I can't really describe the relationship between me and my fans. It's different than other players and their fans. It's more special. It's a lot more passion there. So.
Thanks, guys.